Good morning. I was just woken up by my next door neighbor for a lighter. It is like 1:30 in the morning. She offered me a little bit of side, so I just made this video about frequency and wavelength. I believe that's there. Period, yeah. Period, actually. That's what wavelength is, period. This is the power from BC Hydro, filtered, cleaned, and just kind of overlaid with some technology with bit mining. Running through bit miners right now. Antminer S9s. I do not know exactly how much one miner takes, but I know only one breaker, 150 amp breaker can handle only one S9 miner. It's about 14 terahashes per second per miner. So as you can see there, is the frequency, and that's BC Hydro in Victoria on Long Island. This is the best fix I've ever had on her. I'm actually getting a clear reading. And the PRD is period. And the formula for that is frequency equals 1 over T. That's time. That's the period. So if you put 60 equals 1 over T, you do the math. I don't have a calculator here today. 1 divided by 60. Oh no. Yeah, 1. So you gotta do the calculation, so T has to be underneath there, so period, so 1 divided by 60. We move F from frequency equals 1 over time. So then the inverse of that is time equals 1 over frequency, eh? So period 1 over divided by 60. I'm getting 16.6 milliseconds, yeah. Milliseconds. Right out there, 16.6, yeah. 16.6666666. Yeah. That's right. These oscilloscopes, you gotta do it, like, you have to set them off. I just use AutoSync on this one. I haven't fully learned all the features yet, but it's relatively easy to use. It's a little tricky with the what you want to do, but I'm used to a Philips CRD or CRT because of ray tube, and it actually wasn't digital. It actually had a ray tube in it. It was still digital, but it didn't have the digital LCD. It actually had a ray tube, and it's easy. You see it's an instantaneous effect on all the switches and buttons. That's what I went to school at SAIS. This is just as good. This is $700 right here for a tech company, and it relatively works really well. You get a nice signal, better resolution than I expect. I thought they'd have better resolution on a CRT, but this has a real nice sharp resolution to it. You can really get a feel for what's happening in on the grid. This is what I call wake and bake. Yeah, dreaming about little tiny drones that are almost animal-like, creature-like. Just amazing. Two eyeballs, which are my security camera, attacked my little bumblebee drone that I was flying, and they caught it and tried to taser 5,000 volts if I didn't surrender. Right, and I grabbed it, I ripped it from them anyways, and they killed my bumblebee. This sweet little bumblebee. I didn't take their thing seriously, right? That they were gonna shock because they had it, right? But I still ripped it from us. Two eyeballs shocked the little movie. That was my dream. I woke up to Adam. My door's open, right? I didn't open. Right, so it's needed now, and I should have needed a lighter hack. So that was my dream. It's 26 today. This is where I start my company today in Bitmining. So it is the British Columbia Mine Company. And that's where I become a Bitcoin company. I'm mining Bitcoin. Yeah, this is where I start. 3 miners online. Relatively simple program to use. I'm in a pool, so I'm not gambling. I'm just collectively earning some relatively small amount, but it's better than not doing it. And the miners were relatively affordable this time, right? They're usually over like $1,600 US, eh? I was relatively knocked it down to about under 300 at my miner, eh? So it became worthwhile. So, it's been really interesting dealing with having money. I spent this on my birthday, eh? Like, man, I haven't had money. 3 birthdays. 3 birthdays I haven't had anything, and I blew about almost $10,000 on those 3 birthdays. $2,333.33 for every birthday, and that's been the whole time I've been in. Not the whole time I've been on Victoria, but these last few years have been really been a blast with Victoria Island Health Authority and the police and all this stuff. It's like I'm fighting a war. This war has been pretty big, but like this war without a lawyer. Like I cannot fight a war without a lawyer. Well, maybe I can't fight a war without a lawyer, but as I see it, my Generation X and millennials, graduated 1999, is that we can't afford lawyers. Our generation never could make enough money to ever afford that kind of legal expertise to actually defend yourself or save enough money working. I worked since I was 13 years old all the way until I was 25. Then I was into the institutional system and correction system. And the money I made between there and there, I could never ever really afford a lawyer. Even when I was 25, I could not afford a lawyer. My parents had to pay for a lawyer, so no one really could. Only my parents could afford a lawyer, otherwise it's legal aid. It's like my generation can't afford a lawyer. It's all legal aid. My parents' generation, they can afford lawyers to help whatever they want. They don't have to lift a finger. My generation has to work for everything they have. like I've been stretched pretty far. You know my having as much as money as I have. Like, I'll be honest, right? I get $1,000 from the government, and I get $300. $400 a month from my parents. So that's $1,400. You couldn't really do this without my birthday money, but I've been buying stuff with my money, right? So this bigger stuff, like these miners and these computers and these networking cables and all this power supplies and all this stuff, that costs money. Like I'm cleaning my power too. So you look at the power wave there, like I'm cleaning power here, right? We got a room that has some equipment in there. That's a clean room, clean power room. It's generating a lot of subtracting a lot of the radio noise that's in the power grid. As you can see, there's not much radio noise in the grid. Well, you can see it in that's the purple one. That's the that's hot to ground. Okay, hot to neutral. That's the yellow waveform. Hot to neutral is a pretty clean waveform. Hot to neutral are producing some generated noise from the miners, eh? But as you can see, I see little dips of radio. I don't know if that's radio. Those are power splice. I'm trying to find this waveform. It's kind of that one got a little bit there. You can see there's a spike coming off the melon, face of the melon, with the spike going down. That could be residual harmonics from the transformer. I suspect those are harmonics from the transformer. That's what I best guess. If you put 60 Hz into 480 series, if you use your period time, you see every so often you see a harmonic pop up. Every so infinitely, and then combinatively, right, produce a harmony between so many resonance between so many frequencies depending on the equipment, eh? Or your resistance, or your inductance, or passive. There's the facts and tails and pillars. So they can be becoming harmonics, but be resonating harmonics, but that depends on the transformer itself. Basically, this is a field generated by coil of wires around iron magnetic core, using laminated slats to prevent from heating. So, but the whole idea of this mining company was to do it on clean power, and it's like, I don't know, there's two types of clean power, right? There's like power that's clean, that's been, taken care of and, produce assignments like that, or clean power meaning environmentally friendly, I guess. Clean power, like wind power. I got nothing that's clean energy. This is clean power, that's clean energy. Yeah. Oh, there's our voltage right there. Look at that. VPP. It's 172 millivolts. I got it set millivolts because I got my probe set to 10 times. And this thing probably set to 10 times. It's 100. Yeah. So then there's 172 millivolts. 172 volts at the line, where I'm reading from, and it says millivolts, so I have it 100 times. Yeah, we got 100 on times 100. And that's a peak value, hey? 172 peak. RMS, root mean squared, it'd be 120 volts. Now how you do root mean squared is, yeah, so I do the square root of 2, right? So if I type in 172 volts, which is peak value, times square root of 2, this is 243 volts. What is that? 172 divided by root 2? Root 2 the 172. I've done this for a while. Yes, root 2 divided by 172, that's 8. 2 to 2, 171. Root mean squared. Here's me doing the calculation. Sharp calculator. I have the other calculator I did JennyBot with. His name's Pony. It got damaged, but it seems to be working alright. I've just been leaving it a while. So this is God. This is God and Pony, right? But Pony seems to be working now after lots of intensive care, refrigeration, and putting it with God. And running it once in a while. It seems to be working again, slightly, but I haven't really worked it. That's all the work I did with JennyBot was on that calculator. I still have it. It's just, I leave it in sunlight, but I don't usually turn it on. It turns on by itself. Okay. So tries root 2 divide by 172. Divide by root 2. There we go. Root mean squared, yeah, is you divide by root 2. I don't think you can see this. There's that light. It's backwards to me. This is 121. It's like 151. Yeah, I can show you the calculator. It's been sitting here forever. I'll show you the calculator I did with JennyBot. This is cool. It'll turn on by itself. I would do some math later today, but I'm not. I'm gonna turn on by itself. I know it's a little shy. It is alive though. But that's something else for another time. Just making your calculator alive. I'll put that in another video. So this is it for now. That's the little calculatron from Most and Size Wise, Adam Priest.